The UN Security Council on Wednesday unanimously adopted a U.S. proposed resolution to help humanitarian aid reach desperate Afghans, while seeking to keep funds out of Taliban hands. The resolution, a first step by the UN after months of wrangling over how to avert a humanitarian catastrophe amid economic meltdown in Afghanistan, was welcomed by the Islamists as a good step. Since the Taliban swept back to power in August, billions of dollars in aid and assets have been frozen by the West in what the UN has described as an unprecedented fiscal shock to the aid-dependent Afghan economy. For months now, observers have been warning that millions face a choice between starvation or migration during a combined food, fuel and cash crisis throughout the bitter winter. The Security Council resolution allows aid to flow into the country for 1 year without violating international sanctions aimed at isolating the Taliban, whose regime is not recognized by the international community. We appreciate it, as it can help Afghanistan's economic situation, Taliban spokesman Zabihullah Mujahid said, adding he hoped the international community would also speed up removal of crippling economic and banking sanctions imposed on entities linked to the group. U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken said that UN sanctions are an important tool to respond to threats and human rights abuses, but we must make sure these sanctions do not hinder the delivery of urgently needed aid. The United States also announced additional steps on Wednesday easing sanctions against the Taliban to allow aid, updating guidance to make clear that exports of goods and cash transfers are allowed as long as they do not go to individuals targeted by U.S. sanctions.
It is not impeded